Hello, hello. A pleasant good evening to you all. We have ourselves a terrifying set of battles today. But that's just what we have to do. Gamers is here. Hello. It took me a little longer to get on than I thought. We had a honey-do list and a sick baby, but we are in. How are you doing, gamers? So, let me take you. Let me take you on a journey into the box and show you what spurred all this craziness. I've been cooking offline for a day. Nice. Good deal. Glad to hear it. So this fight, this Grunt 1 is the thing that I thought was going to end the run. And for one very specific, well, 1.5 reasons. This damn Scolipede, which don't be fooled by no item, this boy has a King's Rock. Check the docs if you haven't been through it yourself. Many a player has lost to not knowing about that item, and many more have lost anyway. Typically, the way you get through it is Corviknight, Aggron, Steelix, something that can just take enough hits and eventually break through. Preferably something that baits Iron Head or that baits Smart Strike, so it's only the 10% flinch, right? If you can do those things, you can break through. He did. I forget, but his claws was... I thought his claws was okay. It may be borderline at best, but Baron's such a virtuous guy. Like, I believe it. Because I actually watched that stream live, and I remember seeing his clicking, and everything was super laggy and weird, and like it. I believe him. I believed him 100%, and he's as honest as they come. So you're right. So problem 1, Scolipede. Right. The only way I could beat the Scolipede is a chain kill with Archeops, and there's no way to set that up. Or, yeah, everybody's just dead. Everybody's dead, right? Breloom can Mach Punch me into Defeatist. Or I can Bright Powder Miss. Can't hold an item. I could hold an item. So, Archeops was one thought. There might be something there. And so I'm stuck. And then, so I'm like, all right, I don't have anything for Scolipede straight up. Like, the best thing I have, like Ursaluna, you can't go into Pin Missile, right? Then you're dodging multiple things. But maybe Ursaluna could get like a Yawn off. You could do some kind of chain kill with Pyroar, but how the heck do you do that? You'd have to set up on Breloom, and Breloom has Mach Punch. So the whole thing just didn't seem like there was a way through. And maybe there isn't. But I think we found something. Yeah, no Rhyperior here either. We got, right, our bulkiest Pokemon is Arcanine, right? And Arcanine takes 50% from Rock Slide. So that ain't happening. That's just losing to a crit. Like a single crit. My best option's probably Torkoal if I'm trying to 1v1 the thing. Come in, Torkoal, try to hit a Heat Wave in like 3 tries. I can probably even Bulky Berry to get 4. Brutal. But pretty much, including the switch in and potential for Swords Dance, it felt like I was just gonna wipe to a flinch plus a Swords Dance. So that got me thinking, got me cooking. And then even if I set up something to kill Scolipede, I got the stupid Malamar, right? And what do you usually use on Malamar? You use your Drapion, you use your Centiskorch, you use your bulky Leech Life user. And we don't have one of those. We have a Beedrill. And Beedrill, of course, is just dead. Just straight up dead. So, like, you know, what can do it? Well, maybe like Muck. Muck can knock off the Quick Claw. And then you switch into something else for the KO. But, right, I already needed some crazy setup to kill Scolipede. Now I need two Pokemon to beat Malamar. That means I need 7 Pokemon. Struggling, dead. Until I found one solution to both of those problems. That I couldn't come up with a way to switch in and kill Scolipede. I couldn't come up with a way to switch in and safely kill Malamar from any position. And then I found one thing that solves both. And you'll see it later. But it requires Mega Beedrill. So, we move on to the Beedrill fight. And this one, I'm definitely going to run the line in front of you. No secrets here. Double fights are too difficult to keep secrets in my heart. I just want to win them. So, we'll take you through the line, poke holes in it if you see any. The lead is Raptor and Iron Ball Togedemaru. Yeah, I've never done this early before. One time I did it at the level 66 cap and it was sketchy. This is the first time I've ever attempted it. And it took me a long time. But I have some really good tools for it. As you'll see. Specifically, having Delmise is critical. I'm not sure that any other ghost type would do it, so even though I didn't want Delmise when I got it, we're very happy to have it right now. Well, the Aurorus will be ejected from the building, so I'm with you. The Aurorus set is crazy on paper, except 2 things. One, you can just KO the Aurorus with any fast fighting move. 2, you can it's the one time where you can get a guaranteed move without pre-damaging to be dead, right? As long as you don't show it any kills, you can get a guaranteed Meteor Beam turn 1, which lets you do something to the Hawlucha on turn 1, or set up a speed drop, or like you've won one very free turn against the Aurorus if you are smart about it. I don't have those situations. So let's grab these. Let me grab these 6 Pokemon because I'm going to pre-damage as I go. And if you need a Mega Beedrill, of course, you need to bring your own Beedrill. He's been warming up in the back, and the time is now. I did see your CRR. Nidoqueen clutched up for you. I was watching it and wondering if you had a safe way to get through, to get a guaranteed low kick instead of the overlap. And I think, obviously I didn't have the calc in front of me, but you had low kick Night Slash on Togi, right? You switched. I'm sorry, you had low kick, Night Slash, and you were on Costa, and you switched in Togi. The early Spider was cool, man. I think you could have gone Torterra, gotten Icicle Spear, and then gone Obstagoon, assuming you had a Citrus on it, and gotten guaranteed low kick. But you couldn't go straight Goon, but I think you could have gone Turtle, Goon, guaranteed low kick, and then you were in the clear. So, like, look, didn't get punished, but for me, you gotta, those are the moments you learn from, and be happy that you learned from them and you got to keep all your Pokemon. That's the best kind of learning. All right, what is this? Sorry, I actually have notes. This is the first time I've ever fought with notes, and I can't remember my own team. We're bringing Archeops, so we're bringing both the powerful flying types. And then, do I have a sixth Pokemon? Oh, I do. You might be asking yourself, where's the bulk? We're leaving it at home. We have bulk at home. Let's go. Let's go to home base in Mauville. Who needs bulk? We have bold Togedemaru. That's all the bulk we need. And Togi's going to be doing some work on this fight. I wonder if Aquino stayed up late enough to watch this. I think he's hanging out on work stream, but he seemed interested. I hope this is hype. I think it's a cool line, but you don't always know how cool the line really is. So here's the deal. Turn one. So this fight, I had this lead the whole time, and I just couldn't figure out how to solve the thing. And oh, I forget that like low kick doesn't even KO Obstagoon because it's so light. You're right. You might have had a chance that you could have just gone straight Goon from there, but I assume you might have been dead to some rolls of crit. Depends on how bulky. Mine took like 60 something to 73%, and I have a pretty bulky Goon. I mean, my Goon sucks, but it's bulky. All right. So turn one, we need to. So first of all, we come in, we intimidate Hawlucha, which is important because we're going to click close combat, right? So this will matter in a second, but it's important to see that -1 Hawlucha into -1 defense Staraptor sees no KOs. So we're going to lead Staraptor holding a Sharp Beak and Togedemaru. We're going to bring Hawlucha to -1, and we're going to pre-damage Togedemaru and give it an Iron Ball. We're going to pre-damage Togedemaru to 80% here, to 140 HP, which I'm going to do right now, so that Togi is dead to close combat. Pre-damage to 140. And then, let's give the Iron Ball the Iron Ball. All right. So turn one, we have guaranteed close combat, and close combat into Aurorus is an automatic fast KO. So we've got our turn one. Togedemaru, Fake Out, Break Sash on Hawlucha. Sorry, I need to get rid of this chatter. No Discord bot nonsense in my house. How do I do this? Oh, I click the name, right? Hold on. You block out. Goodbye. All right. We go Fake Out. We KO. Then regardless of slot, this is kind of funny. Regardless of slot, at -1 speed def, there's a fast KO from Ice Beam, and Psychic and Hyper Voice do not see a kill. And Togi is never dead to Psychic Hyper Voice at 80% and always dead to Earth Power. So we get Gastrodon second no matter what. I absolutely am. Well, you don't like my my Raptor lead? What's wrong with it? The lead is Togi and Raptor. Togi's pre-damage to show a fast kill with close combat. Raptor has a sharp beak. We KO Auroras with Raptor. We fake out Hawlucha. That's turn 1. Yes, I think the fight. This is one of the fights that is switched, but my line is slot independent. It does not matter whether I put Raptor on the left or the right. I get Gastrodon second, and regardless of who I have on the left or the right later on in the fight, I will get Gliscor before Beedrill. So this one, I would clause that anyway. I think that you are allowed to know the slots for doubles, but this one doesn't matter. We KO Auroras. Gastrodon comes in. Because of the Iron Ball, Gastrodon has a fast kill on Togedemaru, so it cannot go for the slow kill with Ice Beam on Raptor. All right? That gives us a free Protect, or Spiky Shield, on Close Combat plus Earth Power. With that chip, with that free turn, Raptor is going to dual wing beat the Gastrodon and do 43% minimum. There is fiction here. If I double top 2 rolls crit, then I trigger Iapapa and we're steering. So that's just not gonna happen. That's the part that makes this not riskless. But that's what is that? 1 in 16 squared times 1 in 8 squared. That's 1 in thousands. So we'll live with that risk. So we assume that doesn't happen. We chip with dual wing beat. We protect. Then we switch in Delmise into close combat, and we KO the Gastrodon with Brave Bird. This is one of the reasons we need the sharp beak. Importantly, Brave Bird recoil still never shows a kill to Hawlucha, which with the -1 attack and my -1 defense is the same as the original roll, so I don't have to get confused with the calc. Neutral. This is neutral damage rolls, and we're never taking 27% because of the chip that we've done. We're taking a maximum of 23%. So we're cool. Gastrodon's down. Delmise took no damage, which means we have the ability to pre-damage very precisely. This is important because we need to be dead to dual wing beat, and we need to be dead to Psychic. So we will pre-damage Delmise to exactly 72 HP. This Delmise is one of the keys to the fight. Delmise at 72 HP is guaranteed to get fast kill Psychic, so which is important because with the chip and our -1 speed def, Wordier is going to have killing rolls on our Staraptor. So we need a fast kill with exactly Psychic to prevent problems here. And so, conveniently, Bold Togedemaru, this plus defense little Rugrat, takes Psychic crit plus dual wing beat double crit and still never baits dual wing beat again. So we have a guaranteed switch in with our 80% starting pre-damage. We take the dual wing beat. It does 25% to Hawlucha. We take the Psychic, and we switch out. We switch into the next unlikely hero of this fight, our buddy Beedrill. Beedrill is the only Pokemon in my box that can do something. It can one-shot Wordier, or what is it, Santa Claus? Not Wordier. Yeah, Wordier. It one-shots Wordier. The problem is that it one-shots Wordier in Swarm. So we're going to pre-damage here to a very specific HP, which is 1 above -1 close combat. So we're going to pre-damage our Beedrill. We'll call it 50. We'll pre-damage Beedrill of 50. So Beedrill is going to switch in for free, which is terrifying. Hawlucha is going to have fast kill on both slots. Togedemaru is going to take the double up and be safe. And Beedrill in Swarm with Silver Powder just barely KOs Wordier with Leech Life. Even though we are dead. We are 2 speed points faster. So very important that we had all these speed IVs. For the record, 25 wouldn't do it. We needed 26 or more IVs. So, Beedrill KOs Wordier, but what about the Hawlucha with the fast kill? Well, we fake that guy out. And the second fake out here still will not let Hawlucha die. Double crit plus all the chip doesn't matter. This is Delmise being clutch by not taking close combat. Hawlucha hasn't dropped its defenses. So we fake that guy out, and we KO Wordier, and now the right side is done. We've used 4 slots, we've KO'd 3, but we've set up the 2v1, and other than us double high roll critting Gastrodon, there's no risk yet. And we have a guaranteed setup. We have Togedemaru not baiting Wing Beat, and we have a Delmise that can take the fighting move it has to click. And even a little bit better than that. Sorry, let me say that again. And Beedrill is going to Leech Life and heal itself. And so it's actually going to heal itself out of, well, close combat. We're already above close combat range. So we're going to heal ourselves a little bit, which doesn't really matter. This is the one turn of the fight that's not predetermined. Because his Hawlucha is free to attack either slot. It's dual wing beat into B, or it's close combat into Togi. What we're going to do is we're going to switch in somebody that takes dual wing beat for Beedrill, and we're going to spiky shield with Togi. You might wonder where the bulk is on the team. Well, it's our rock type, everyone's favorite bulky Pokemon, Archeops. Archeops, once again, takes double crit dual wing beat and does not trigger Defeatist. So Archeops with no item is a safe switch on Beedrill. Togedemaru protects. And because he's -1 attack, he'll never see a KO onto the left slot. So that this Intimidate continues to be important. A rare, useful Intimidate in a doubles fight. Now, we have Archeops doing whatever it wants, and we have Togedemaru on the field getting guaranteed close combat. We switch back into Delmise. That is still exactly pre-damage where we started it. And we Tailwind. Yeah, we Tailwind with Archon. And now, with Tailwind up, we are faster than Lucha. Sash is long gone. And we can bring Barraskewda on the field. Barraskewda's role is important as well, although pretty minimal. It's one of the few Pokemon I have that can show Mega Beedrill a kill before it Mega evolves. So Gliscor. Oh, so we need to pre-damage Beedrill. Forgot to do that. Pre-damage Beedrill of 50. So much pre-damage. And then, and Beedrill needs silver powder. I love this cook so much. No item for you. And Barrascuda gets Mystic Water. Archeops, sorry, so Archeops, Tailwinds, we go to Delmise. Archeops KOs with Acrobatics. That's turn 1 of Tailwind, and now we need to sweep the back and we have to prevent Protect. So Archeops Acrobatics does 43, and Barrascuda Liquidation with Mystic Water does 70. That is definitely enough. Yachi Berry doesn't heal. And then Mega Beedrill comes out. And Mega Beedrill cannot protect as long as we show it a kill. So we need Swarm non-Mega Beedrill to show a KO to one of our Pokemon, and that means we need to pre-damage Barrascuda. Non-Mega Swarm to 120 HP. So here's the thing. This fight is nearly riskless. I think it's beautifully cooked. However, with all this pre-damage, I think it's safe to say, oh yeah, absolutely. Impish Turtle does not one-hit KO Blastoise guaranteed. I would have to give it 2 candies to do that with a Miracle Seed. But it doesn't matter. We found a way. So I think this works. And the only question is there a world where we would somehow get Beedrill first, and do we care? I think the answer is no, because Tailwind is up and we KO. Both Pokemon under Tailwind will show a fast KO to Beedrill, and we'll be showing Beedrill a slow kill. So even in base form. So this fight is assuming we get to the checkmate position, we're totally safe. And I don't believe that Raptor KOs if I go to Muscle Band. I don't believe... Ooh, hold on. We're going to make sure if we hit all the checkpoints. If Raptor Muscle Band does all the same things, we are so in business. 23% Brave Bird Recoil is fine. Raptor... So KOing, so it has to do what? It needs to KO Aurorus, checkpoint 1. It needs to 2-shot Gastrodon, checkpoint 2. And then it switches out. It doesn't come back in. So let's just change the item. 5 attack Raptor. Muscle Band, Iron Ball, no items, Silver Powder, in Swarm, 50 times 3 is 150, so we are below 1/3, itemless Archeops, 120 HP, Mystic Water, Barrascuda. Alright. Yeah, honestly, I think the Shelly fight is one of the least interesting fights, but it's another instance of my, at least interesting in terms of my cook is not unique in any way, shape, or form. Oh, yeah. I don't think there are any doubles moves here besides Muddy Water, but Muddy Water does less than Ice Beam to everybody. And, the only doubles move is Gastrodon, and Gastrodon is clicking Earth Power once into Protect. So appreciate the heads up, but we're totally safe. I did switch it so that when we go into the fight, that's not a problem. Yeah, Aurorus is the other thing. Oh, in fact, that actually makes it safer because Wordier doesn't have as many KOs on me. It still has psychic rolls. Never mind. So this is the same thing. All right, psychic is a single target. Right, the important parts are that -1 Lucha and Wordier have a kill on our pre-damaged Delmise, which we do. Moldbreaker doesn't let you hit ghost types. I started doing it the line where Turtle switches in, but Moldbreaker goes through shell armor, so it wasn't any safer. My original line on this fight had me killing both sides at different times, and it was just an absolute mess. All right, let's get in there. I hope this is good. I have prepared as well as I can prepare. I have what I believe is a riskless line with the item switch. Yeah, Gliscor was the reason I needed Sharp Beak, and I'm no longer using this Pokemon on Gliscor. So this should be fine. Okay, we do need to dodge optionals along the way, which can be difficult. Make sure that's up. Right, this is not the time to be running into fights. Oh yeah, this dumb part where the guy runs up and back. Isn't there a heart scale on this island? Maybe it's not this one. But we're busy. Maybe the heart scale's like here. Okay. Again, we are a rare slot-independent fight. Togedemaru 140, baits a kill at -1. I am terrified. This fight is demon, and I'm bringing like the least bulky 6 you've ever seen for a 10-move fight, right? This isn't some like Tailwind sweep we're doing here. I'm switching a 50 HP Beedrill into a Pokemon that can fast kill it. I'm sure it'll be fine. I pre-damage my Togedemaru so we can take a double up with no healing item. Come on. Be right. Be right. Let's go, gamers. I think I have it. Intimidate goes off. Close Combat Aurorus. Oh, let's check the slots. This is Raptors in slot 1 across from Lucha, and Aurorus is in slot 2. So this is correct. Close Combat, Fake Out. One thing I do think is really cool about the design of this fight is that Wordier is the demon. Like, there are Holuchus to terrifying Pokemon. Storm Drain Gastrodon can throw people off. But it's the freaking screens Wordier, because it doesn't do enough damage. It's so hard to bait kills consistently. Alright, Raptor, Dual Wing Beat, chip the Gastrodon, Iron Ball, Togedemaru, Spiky Shields into double attack. Close combat, takes Barbs, dual Wing Beat, 1, no crit, so we were safe either way. That looks like a decent roll, but we don't need the rolls because we accounted for it. Now, Raptor, Brave Bird, KO's Gastrodon, Togedemaru, free switch into Delmise on close combat. Close combat whiffs. Brave Bird. That's 2 down. We're taking the recoil. We're going to verify this HP. Wordier Intimidate goes off. Does not matter. This isn't a foul play fight. Raptor at 157 on neutral, which is the same thing as being -1 on both sides, is never dead to close combat. Wordier has fast KO into Delmise exactly. We are slower at 70 speed. Staraptor has a free switch into Swarm Beedrill. I used CC. So it's neutral because he's -1 attack and I'm -1 defense. The calc is the same as both of us being neutral. But yes, I've run it both ways. This is a free switch. He has a fast kill into Delmise only. From both slots, Raptor is safe. Beedrill in for Raptor. This is the turn that solved the fight for me. So if I get this turn wrong, I deserve to lose. Beedrill, the most terrifying switch of my life. Just a little beat. Dual Wing Beat, that's step 1. Barb's Chip. Barb's Chip. That Hawlucha's pretty healthy. So's the Togi. Psychic. Beedrill in Swarm with exactly Leech Life. KO's Wordier. Dave, isn't this what you do? Your Beedrill versus... This is the Beedrill fight, so you bring your Beedrill. This Beedrill is the only Pokemon I have that KO's Wordier, and it only does it with Silver Powder in Swarm. And we only can do that with Hawlucha on the field and Hawlucha being faked out. Spiky Shield doesn't do it. He's never dead to crit, which lets us set up the true 2v1. Leech Life. We are 2 speed points faster than Wordier, by the way. Mini B. Mini B! Come on! Healthy B to full. What pre-damage? Now, it doesn't matter. Beedrill is dead to Dual Wing Beat. Hello, Dave. Welcome in. You picked a great time. Well, look, if my B's not fast enough to outspeed Hitmontop, if it's from 104, I immediately scale speed and U-turn and just start the game with the 2 less scales. That's my that's my plan. All right, this is the only non-guaranteed turn of the fight, but it doesn't matter. Beedrill is getting Dual Wing Beat. Archeops takes double crit Dual Wing Beat and never triggers Defeatist, and never shows another kill after double crit. Togedemaru just faked out and is baiting exactly CC. It could be baiting reversal, but that's the same thing. It is baiting a fighting move. So we click Spiky Shield. That's right, you can't. You're not allowed to just have scales. That's my mistake. My mistake, Dave. I forgot. All your scales are spoken for. All right. Now, Archeops is never dead to anything. We click Tailwind. Fighting move. We have something that takes a fighting move. It's our Dhelmise that started the fight at 72 HP. He takes fighting moves. Tailwind. Oh, I feel so good about this. Come on. Reversal. Get outplayed. You think I didn't account for your reversal? Halucha. Acrobatics. No item. Outspeeds the Lucha. He's not unburdened, and he has the focus satch. We bring in Barrascuda. F that chicken. Amen. Acro kills many times over. Thank you. This was a riskless level 50, 65, no level cap advantaged, bring no bulk fight. I'm thrilled with this. Acrobatics. Oh, can I click Power Gem for the culture? I can. Let's double check we have Mystic Water before we do dumb things like that. Before we change the line mid-fight. We have Mystic Water. Our terrible Scuda is good enough. Power Gem plus Liquidation just kills. My plus speed Scuda has a cell phone for IVs. Its highest number is HP and it's 13. This Scuda will be what I need nonetheless. All right. Barrascuda is dead to non-adaptability, non-Mega Beedrill. So he cannot protect, which is important since this is the last turn of Tailwind and we have no switch-ins for Beedrill. All we need to do is click a move that KOs it, and we have one. That move is Acrobatics. Acrobatics does 217% minimum to this Beedrill, if it even gets to move. We will click the Liquidation as well. My it's 2 speed. My hasty guy is slower than just like a regular dude. Riskless. One item change to Muscle Band made that riskless. Only one turn not fully determined. Can I tell you how badly I wish I had Fly right now to just fly back? Mega B is sick. Yeah. Yeah, here, check out my... Since you're very excited, this was Hasty Sync. I had Hasty Sync for all of Surf Sim. Check out this Barrascuda, though. 8675309. Yeah. But, as a turtle runner, if you could choose one thing on a Barrascuda, it would be that it's HP Ice for Bridge Rival, and it is. So, believe it or not, I'm okay with this Barrascuda. My last one was Quiet 7 speed, and even that Barrascuda had HP Ice. I am HP Ice blessed, and I will take it. Yeah. Yep. Peachell's the guy. He can do Salamence, which I have a Kingdra, and my Kingdra's not Swift Swim. I've got kind of all of the Bridge Rival Pokemon. I have Ampharos as well. We're going to heal up in case we run into an optional. I have like nothing for these optionals though. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we have hiker guy. I think this is the slot. Thank you, thank you. It gets better. I think that is the second best line we're doing tonight. I don't know how many more fights I'll do because I'm taking my time, making sure I don't screw them up. But that was fun. All right, that was necessary because we were going to wipe to Grunt 1, and I actually have to check. I have to check the math on my Breloom because my Breloom counter is sketchy AF. Seismitoad. I have never done Bridge Rival on Monkey, so I don't even. I have no concept of what it's like. Yeah, I did a lot of. I played a lot over this weekend. I basically went from Jagged Pass to Winstitute in 2 days. I did that faster than I did like start to shell. All right, this line, I'm keeping a secret, but in case obviously since we needed to do that fight, Beedrill is coming and Beedrill is going to Mega Evolve. I also love that my Beedrill hasn't had Poison Jab for like 40 levels. That will definitely be changing soon because we're gonna hit Winona with some damage. All right, so we need to go back to singles, and we need to bring up this fight, and we need to remember our line. Beedrill Mega. What fight is this? This is the. Oh, right. Scolipede. He's in the fight. Winstitute 1. Spoil. He is Guts! Oh, so your goon gets to not be minus attack and be Guts. Whatever, dude. Mine's plus speed, dog. It almost did damage one time. It thought about doing damage and then thought better of it. I'm putting my Mega Beedrill in the calc. Oh, I already have it. Never mind, I needed to calc it for the fight, right? Alright, well let me show you the 6. One. Two. Good job, Dalmise. Oh, hey, if you thought my Barraskewda was bad, check out this puppy. Ba-bam! Almost lost it to a crit because I didn't realize it could be slower than a Goodra, but it was. it did kill the Espeon. Yeah, actually, it's done okay damage once it got knockoff. It just... Night/Goon and Lanoon were comical. It couldn't kill Alakazam on Veto. That blows my mind. Alakazam has like 45 defense. I needed Chip and a boosting item to KO an Alakazam. No, it does not have Ice Fang. I caught it at level 36. There is one redeeming quality for my Gyarados. It has Intimidate. That's the redeeming quality. Now, it has 25 defense. The defense is okay. I didn't Hasty Sync because I didn't want minus defense, and the game is like, no, okay, I will give you what you want on defense, and you will have nothing else. I will not be scaling Ice Fang. This guy will do more damage with its darn Icy Wind if I teach it that. But I've got my Beedrill will outspeed that fool, so it shouldn't be a problem. I've got Beedrill in handy. If I lose a Pokemon to Winona, I'm in trouble. Like that just shouldn't happen. So we'll figure it out. Yeah. I don't think Winona you can get box checked, but I think Winona's one of the easier gym fights. It has more. Celesteela's a little bit box checky, but I feel like most boxes have answers to the guys in one way or another. Like I'm gonna have to KO Halucha with a Future Sight, I'm sure, but I should be able to set that up. Either that or I'm going to be in real trouble. But one problem at a time. Oh no, I've got Galarian Weezing. Galarian Weezing can beat Halucha too, so I'm totally good. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a where is he? A Galvantula sighting. And who's left? I don't even remember the last Pokemon. Oh, my good buddy Musharna. It's easy. All right. First thing we need to do is we need to use our Magical Leaf TM on our Electrode. Fairly standard play. And we will be getting rid of Giga Drain. Although, truthfully, it might be more valuable than Energy Ball, but we're going to get rid of Giga Drain nonetheless. I'm not sure I've clicked either one of those moves more than 3 times in any run. Alright, Electrode also needs damage boost. Gyarados can die. Very unlikely to happen. And then I have to do a little bit of math here. Because I have to bait in the correct order. Right? This isn't a fight where I have true answers to things. The puzzle of this fight, without giving anything away, is that I have to get Breloom second, and I have to get Starmie third. If I can't do those 2 things, I will lose. Okay, setting up my pre-damage. Alright. Electrode's done. You're very simple. Item choice on Torterra is a question. This is what I have to do math on. We'll come back to that. You get that. You get this. I started with a line that was clicking Thunder turn 1 because my dumbass forgot that Compound Eyes plus Bright Powder equals you can miss. So we backed off of that plan real hard, and we needed damage boost on Galvantula, so we couldn't do something else. Okay. Okay. What item do we want on Torterra is the question. I think technically this could go wrong, but we're going to trust the Force. Oh, that's an interesting thought. It's a bad thought, but it's interesting. Get on my guys in the calc. Yep, we're not doing that. Nope, 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 nope. That's how we die. And what's the last thing here? Sorry, my calc's all messed up. I don't have like anybody in the fight. I'm missing the spider. Okay. Last item check. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. I'm just so, I'm not telling. You're gonna see it. What, you can't see the clear Malamar answer here? It's because there isn't one. No, nothing in this will clearly and easily just beat Malamar. Right. All right. So I think that we do not allow misses to ruin our day. It is far less likely to be a problem. So we're going to go Zoom Lens Torterra. There is a world where we run out of synthesis and things go very badly for us, but it's highly, highly, highly unlikely to happen. And yeah, and even then, no, just kidding. That's a potential wipe angle. Okay, you're pre-damaged. Make sure that works. Yes. Yeah, if I get the setup right, it's weird. I've turned this into like I'm risking the run on Scalipede to I'm risking the run on Absolute Fiction from Breloom. Technically, I think if Breloom just like 5 hits Bullet Seed over and over again, I can lose the run. Breloom can also like triple crit Gyarados and die, but that isn't run ending. That just means Gyarados dies. So here we go. Thank you. I need the luck. Got the item, right? Got the item, 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 got the item. Okay. I'm so glad I found this line. I hope it works because I thought that my run was going to end on a Weather Institute Grunt despite having really good Pokemon. I just don't have the bulky steel types that are so common in this game. One more time. Miracle Seed, and we taught Magical Leaf. Miracle Seed, Magical Leaf. Full PP. Asper Berry. Zoom Lens. Crazy. Every item and every item in Moose Slot feels like it matters. All right. Barbarical leads. We are faster. Our minus special attack Electrode still KOs with Magical Leaf with damage boost. No accuracy check on the Bright Powder. We outspeed everything in the back. The first Pokemon that KOs us comes in, and it's Breloom. We must get Breloom second. This is checkpoint 1 for the fight. This is guaranteed Mach Punch because of our pre-damage. Electrode is dead to random move, but it will choose the fast kill over the slow one. This is the best move for Gyarados to switch into. Unfortunately, we can only get ourselves one switch in like this. Gyarados is on the chopping block and needs to get not royally unlucky. Gyarados is slower than Breloom here, so Breloom is not Mach Punching. Our Gyarados is not even close to as fast as this Breloom somehow. This is guaranteed. This is not guaranteed. This is Rock Tomb or Spore. We go Torterra. Spore. You fool! Now, we go back to Gyarados, because we need to get this to -2. We cannot guarantee our switch-ins at -1. This is guaranteed Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed does a lot of damage when it crits. This is Technician boosted Bullet Seed. 1, 2. We have a Citrus. 3. Okay. I don't think we greed another Intimidate. I think we just take it. Again, this is Spore or Rock Tomb. Torterra. The classic Breloom counter. Just grind your way through it. Can Ape do this? It sure can. But can Ape do it over 7 turns? Of course not. Alright, this is always Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed has, like, infinite PP, so we can't stall this out. Nick! What is up, homie? Also, Ape's too fast to do this. We actually, for the baiting, we need to be molasses, and we need to not show kills to the other guys. All right, we're still safe here. Yeah, you just gotta fake out into the Bright Powder, Mon. My favorite, I didn't get to do this today, but my favorite thing to do on this Breloom is I like when I have you have Tech Rose or regular Rose actually does it. You can Magical Leaf the lead, and then later on you switch back in on a Mach Punch, and you hold the Zoom Lens, and he doesn't know that you need him to go first, so he just Mach Punches again, and that causes you for the Zoom Lens to work. Dave just casually beats the big fight and doesn't tell anybody. Yeah, all right, I'm going to speed up the Bullet Seeds. I want to make you guys watch all this. This is clearly going to work out. We have plenty of synth. He didn't fraud us. All right. We don't need to save synth. It's really important that on the turn we KO, we are at full HP when we move. That's why you see me being very cautious now. All right, we got the setup. So, from this position, Giga Drain always kills. -2, 5-hit Bullet Seed never does enough to bring anything in other than Ice Beam from Starmie. We don't have to worry about Analytic Bug because we are slow as hell. He doesn't think he's faster than nothing. Giga Drain. Triple candy Polt. Holy. Yeah, well, you probably needed a scale, but you didn't have any because you're a dirty ape runner. All right. Starmie comes in. Starmie has Ice Beam. We're going to go to our Starmie counter, Musharna. Thank you, Nick. Well, all we have to do is risk the run on Tabitha, stuff like that, and you keep all your Pokemon if you get lucky. But thank you. I've been really enjoying this section of the game. I feel like I'm doing some of my best cooks. I'm having so much fun. I just want it to continue. All right, as long as this guy doesn't crit us a million times, we'll be okay. This is Surf. We Moonlight. This is Musharna. You guys know I love Musharna. And maybe you're starting to see the vision here. I love Musharna. And it's things, it's fights like this that are why. Crit, there's one. Our Musharna is dead to double max roll crit from full, so we are going to Moonlight until we run out of Moonlight or until we're full HP at the end of a turn. We had to Aspir Berry, so we couldn't Leppa. We also were dead to double crit on switch in because analytic boost happens on switch, so the Ice Beam was boosted. All right, make sure I do this in the right order. Yeah. We yawn. There's a crit, but not a max roll. We're never dead. He does. Let's double check this just to see how bad the roll was for us. Surf max roll crit does 121. So that wasn't a terrible roll. Now we Future Sight. Starmie falls asleep. Musharna's dead to random move, but we have a guaranteed sleep turn. And we have a Pokemon that can't switch into any moves, but it can switch in on a sleep turn. Mega B is online. Mini B did the work so that we could have this moment. Now, the problem with Beedrill is we have a Future Sight up and Beedrill baits Musharna. Can't have that. That doesn't work. This Future Sight needs to KO the stupid Scolipede. That's a total box check on entry. So Beedrill needed to come in on exactly Future Sight up, guaranteed sleep Starmie to KO with U-turn. Mini B does enough damage in Swarm, but couldn't switch in. Could have switched in on non-crit, but getting the B early allowed us to do this riskless. All right. Next piece complete. Starmie down. Now, we need a switch in that does two things because we can't switch into the stupid Quick Claw Malamar. But Galvantula one-shots it and is faster. So Malamar cannot come in and take this Future Sight. Galvantula can't switch into Malamar, so we need it on the field first with a U-turn KO of exactly Starmie with these two Pokemon in the back with Future Sight up. Scolipede absolutely destroys Galvantula, and it doesn't matter. Delete. Go hang out with Blaziken from Flan's gym. Have a nice life, Scolipede. And now we have Chestoberry, we one-shot, and we live all crits from all moves. If we wanted to flex on him, we could also click Castor Acid to suppress Contrary, but we're not doing that. No Quick Claw. He knows it's over, doesn't bother. And that's Grunt 1. That one broke me a bit. Good job, Musharna. You are the best Pokemon in the game, and I say that next to a Beedrill. All right, unfortunately, the next fight is not riskless. So the next fight, we have some of the standard answers, and then others we just don't. So we're gonna risk 2 different booms here, I think, and I couldn't find a way around it. So our lead is gonna be a pre-burnt muck, because pre-burnt muck can knock off Drampa's focus band and outspeed, so we don't care about Hurricane. We're good. Originally, I had a pretty good Tentacruel Togedemaru line where I set up a U-turn KO and never triggered Berserk, but it was just too complicated. Didn't end up helping me that much. So pre-burn, Gluttony, and a bulky berry, which I'll just put Iapapa in, but I'll have to check the confusion thing. And so he does the turn 1 thing, knock off focus band, and then we switch to what? I've forgotten. Oh, that's right. Into my Ursaluna. Ursaluna with a Person Berry does just enough that my Burnt Muck original chip does the job. You know, we do 23 into 79 with Play Rough, which we've kept this whole time. And Drampa goes down. Our hasty nature actually serves us well here. We somehow outspeed the back with our Ursaluna, which is not a phrase I thought I would ever say with a non-Scarf Luna. Unless he misses, unless he clicks Hurricane and misses like the 1 roll, we will KO and get Power Whip from Ferrothorn. And on Power Whip, we will go to Torkoal. Torkoal KOs, but is just dead to boom. We can't really do anything about that. It's just life. And we also have to, I think, pre-poison, because Power Whip can miss. We're Shell Armor, so that extra damage won't hurt us. But the point is that we want to show a Psychic kill with Exeggutor next. So I'll figure that part out. But we'll get Exeggutor in. We will switch into Alolan Muck, and we will click Embargo. We don't want to click Knockoff because we can make Explosion more likely. We're going to click Embargo on the Exeggutor, and this is the turn where Boom kills us, if he does it. And then we're going to switch in Togedemaru with a Silver Powder. He can Boom on the switch, but the Quick Claw is no longer usable, and Togedemaru lives most rolls of non-crit Boom, and I'm willing to live with that. Togi lives all but 3 rolls. So I think that's a fair risk. Fake out into U-turn. Let me make sure. I think Embargo's 5. Yeah, Embargo's 5 turns. So we have Embargo, switch, fake out, U-turn is 4. We guaranteed KO with Silver Powder. Why? Why does that KO? Because we have Iron Barb's low kick chip on the switch in. Otherwise, Bold Nature would screw us here. But it's going to be guaranteed. It can't be low kick, can't be Energy Ball, because we're not getting Energy Ball in the switch in to drop our Spadef. Next, so we KO with U-turn, and now we have the 2 water types in the back. There's a world where I just go Torterra, and then I could fraud it, but I don't want to. I'm choosing to risk the booms instead of having a bad end game here. So we can switch in Hitmonchan at the end. Hitmonchan does the unique thing of baiting Walrein first and being Walrein's counter. So we can fake out, Drain Punch, and then Close Combat. And what Close Combat will do is make it so that we're dead to a move from Amistar with the defense drop, so that he has to click an attacking move, and that lets Eldegoss switch in and KO. So the only real problem with this fight is the 2 boom turns and making sure we can get guaranteed Psychic out of eggs, assuming that Ferrothorn does not explode. And so I think the way that we do that, I almost want to go berryless. Yeah. So we just bring Torkoal. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have an idea. And I think it's just more boom turns, and he could crit me. Yeah. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking I could switch in Eldegoss, but I'm not getting Bulldoze turn 1. Because a speed drop on Ferrothorn would be really nice. We could pre-damage more precisely. Power Whip Miss is a pain, but we don't really have a play around for it without playing into some double crits. So, don't love this line. Love the other 2. But I've rarely found good ways through this grunt, and that remains true today. Okay. You know, and I have noticed my Torkoal's lower level, so I actually have the unique position of being able to move my level back down in the calc to make this fight a little bit more consistent. Hitmonchan hasn't been out in a minute. Beedrill cannot be in box 2. That's crazy talk. Ampharos can go into box 2 because it doesn't come to fights anymore. And by anymore, I mean it all. Come on, brain. Function. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Muck. Gluttony value. What berry do I have the most of? Ooh, Ayapapa, hello. Hasty nature. All right, I guess we'll use the other one. Agua that is. All right, Ursaluna gets Persim just in case. And then let's do some Torkoal level checking. At what level do we always KO? Level 63. Well, the difference between 3 and 5 to me is we live one roll of boom. Oh, we have to pre-damage anyway, so we... So I think we do... Is it pre-toxic Oranberry? Is that the play? Okay. Let's go teach Embargo before we forget. And this would be so much faster if I had Fly. I'm not sure I like this pre-cook thing. I feel like it makes me even slower. Like, at least if I cook the fight, you guys see the line come together. Probably the short answer is I just need to get better at it, huh? I wish more Pokemon got Embargo. It's a cool move, and I wish they didn't give it to just Dark types so you could actually find other ways to take advantage of it. Alright, Gunk Shot, by far the least valuable move. Yeah, I hate having Muck be on the chopping block, but I would rather have Muck be on the chopping block than Togedemaru. Silver Powder on you, Persim on you, item TBD. I don't think Hitmonchan needs an item, and Eldegoss shouldn't need one either, but we will get a Citrus Berry because if I mess this up, Eldegoss. Oh yeah, we're gonna Citrus Chan. No, we're gonna Aspir Chan just in case. That's the... If we get boomed and the baiting is wrong, we have to have contingency plans. Pre-burn slot 1. And then we level up. Let's see if before we level up Torkoal. If we pre-toxic and we take Power Whip plus Bulldoze. Oh, this is pointless. Yeah, the answer is that we'll just spam Protect. We don't want to pre anything, and we don't want an item. We just want to be level 65 because we can click Protect to take damage, and that will make us dead to Psychic. 2 Bulldozes. Pull 2 Bulldozes puts us always in Psychic range, and or close enough anyway. Do we actually? I think we do. I think we Rapid Spin Heat Wave to be faster, take Iron Barb's chip on purpose. If he misses Power Whip, how does this... so not sure about the item on this guy. Okay. I also really don't like leveling him up, but that's where we are. That Winona double battle might be a challenge. All right. So, Heat Wave always kills. Power Whip. We're always dead. And he's always yeah. So we just need to do this right. Instead of getting cute, let's make this very simple. We need to be pre-damaged to 84 plus 30 plus 42. $156. Great. Pre-damage. Okay. Let's do this. We have Embargo, we have Pre-Burn, we have Aguav, which will not make us confused on our hasty nature. We have Silver Powder on Togedemaru. We've leveled up all our Protect Pokemon. Got our pre-damage, our Pursum, and our Panic items. Let's go in. Yeah, Bear's been fine. Obviously, we'd prefer to have more, we prefer to have Guts, but it's still a good Pokemon. It's just not an amazing Pokemon. But it fills a nice role, even though I already have a mixed ground type in Torterra that's physically bulky. They play very different roles. And again, you guys have seen me come up with a lot of Yawn lines. Yawn is great. Double Edge with Silk Scarf does a ton of damage. High Horsepower does a ton of damage. It's a good Pokemon. Yawn Future Sight strats. I mean, I think if there's one thing that defines my play style, it's that. Alright, pre-burn, pre-damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, okay. Don't boom! Be kind! It would be a real D-bag move if you were to explode your Pokemon on me. Be excellent to each other. Alright. Slowbro 120? I don't know what that means. Ursaluna. Play rough kills. Because he hit, this is guaranteed Power Whip. We want this Power Whip to hit. We would love to protect to potentially get a boom, but we can't. We Heat Wave. We're slower. He bulldozes. Oh, No, I'm actually well, one, I have a future sight guy already, so I'm not doing that. Um, I haven't decided what encounters I'm taking later. I'm trying to stay in the moment. Well, I'm trying to set up a guaranteed slow bar on 114 with the delay I've done there. All right, this is Psychic into Muck, guaranteed, which is great because it's guaranteed Psychic. We take no damage, and I believe we're not dead to low kick crit, and that this isn't incredibly unlucky. That's right. Low kick crit does not KO us. We click embargo. And he clicks low kick, low kick, low kick. Good man. We couldn't have avoided the berry because of Drampa problems. So we couldn't have set up like a guaranteed thing here. We also need the chip. We need low kick. This is low kick or boom. Boom only has 3 rolls that KO and is fine, assuming it doesn't crit or KO us. Chip damage, low kick, his only contact move. We fake out. Everyone's classic executor encounter, quick claw executor encounter. Bring your token tomorrow. That feels good. I felt good about the line, except for the parts where it could just totally screw you over. Hitmonchan comes in and baits Walrein. Walrein cannot click Freeze Dry because this guy is very specially bulky and is not physically bulky. We outspeed in 2 shots, so it cannot surf, or it cannot set up. Fake out is unnecessary. We Drain Punch for the culture. Liquidation. And then we want the drop, so we click Close Combat. Close Combat makes it so that Surf is a guaranteed KO on us. Surf does 50 to 59 before we have the drop. So this means that Eldegoss will be faster. The only potential lose con is, I don't think there was any lose con if I'm being honest, but Rain Dance is annoying. Crit? Magical Leaf. Goodbye, Amstar. It's easy if they don't boom. All right. Next fight. This one is the most standard fight you've ever seen. This is, I think I've done this line with these Pokemon more than once. Triple E speed, Silk Scarf, Hammy is the lead. I think Muck comes in the back. We bring our Intimidate Pokemon. We bring our Turtle. That will just beat the intimidated Haxorus. We have a Conch sighting. And then we go, I forget who the 2 are. Oh, Excadrill. Excadrill. I think this is it. So, you guys seem to be real careful. This is not a fight where I'm going to be careful. Pretty sure it's Muck. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and This is the 4th fight for Conkeldurr. Silk Scarf. Our Gyarados is so weak that it needs damage boost. Dragon Fang. And then Torterra has no reason to have... This is an unnerved guy. Oh, no, we'll still use it. The item is still useful. We will bring a Citrus Berry, though it probably won't matter. He's unnerved, but on switch in by Weavile, it'll prevent pursuit shenanigans. Conk gets a Citrus because it helps set up Slowbro for the right moves. Yep. Muck needs to not be pre-burnt. That would be a throw. Excadrill needs a Rost. And Muck can have a Lumberry for the heck of it. Just because we haven't used one. Alright. No pre-damage. 2 items are important. A 3rd item, maybe. This one probably doesn't matter either. Let me check 1 damage range. Great. And we go in. I don't have to take 20 minutes to prepare a fight that I cooked. Sometimes they're just easy. Okay. PZ gets an attack boost. Our plus defense Hamilton still gives it an attack boost, which is really nice. Silk Scarf 1, Dark Pulse, Silk Scarf 2, Dark Pulse, Extreme Speed number 3. Haxorus clicks a move here. On that move, we go to Gyarados. We Intimidate. Dual Chop is, I think, the worst move, but it doesn't matter. We are showing him a KO, so he cannot hurt us on the switch. He can set up here. We Earthquake once. There's the Dragon Dance. This is why you go Citrus Berry. We didn't hit Min Roll, so we always KO. And we take barely more than 50%. Weavile sees a kill from everywhere. Earthquake. Yeah, nice water gem. Adorable. Berry activates. That means it's never knockoff. Triple Axle. Knockoff will be fine, of course. Nice crit. Citrus Berry. Mach Punch. Weavile down. Because we didn't get Omega Quadruple Crit, this is guaranteed Shell Sidearm. Check this damage range again. Yes, sir, guaranteed Shell Sidearm. That sounds like a great time to switch in your Excadrill, who lives all the crits if you put Claw and Crit and Burn. And we're cool, because we... Well, actually, we have 1 roll of Earthquake that doesn't kill, but we have, you know, an entire Pokemon to handle that. There you go. Easy. Next, we have the double. The double's not really cooked. I just realized I had a good lead and I moved on with my life. So let's revisit. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to do Shelly tonight. It's a work night, so this either I'm done now or this will be my last fight. Shelly will be too intense, and then I won't sleep for hours. All right, so the lead is quite simple. We have our obligatory Arcanine and Gen 2 starter, which is dead to Bolt Beak, regardless of bugs, and Moonblast at level 45. Next, so we can just we can underspeed and KO Ninetales with Flare Blitz, and then Liepard comes in. And it sees Psycho Cut KO into Combustion. So we have Bolt Beak plus coming in here. This is the one I don't have fully figured out. So is it you? Do you take it? Bolt Beak plus... You do. Oh, but then we get Blizzard shenanigans. Yeah, don't like. So, the first thought I had was again to switch in our incredibly bulky Togedemaru, because Togedemaru with a Citrus would live Bolt Beak crit plus Psycho Cut crit. And then we can fake out and KO the Liepard. The problem with that position is Arctozolt has the potential to click Blizzard if he crits me. Does that matter? Doesn't really matter. If he crits me, I can fake him out and click Flare Blitz again, and then we have Big Fish, who would also potentially click Blizzard, so we'd have to be able to switch into Blizzard or Hydro Pump on both slots. Actually, pre-burnt. Well, Ancient Power would be terrifying. Pre-burn Gren does it. And an Aspie or Hitmonchan does it. And then we just have we have free fake out stuff if we want to. So I think this just works. You know, we may not have Ape, but this fight's not that bad. Actually, this fight can be demonic if you don't leave your one thing under level, but it's fine. Okay. Chicken. Oh, level 46. Let's make sure level 46 doesn't change anything. Level 46 Combustion is dead to every roll. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see a plan come together like that. Calling Greninja fake out Pokemon also funny. We just got to make sure we don't do the water absorb mistake. We should account for hail too. We should make sure the Togedemaru is not dead to crit plus 2 ticks of hail specifically. Hmm. I actually really like this endgame position. Hasty Gren is awesome. What's cool about this is that Fake Out you have to use turn 1, but Fling you don't have to. So I actually can go Fake Out Dark Pulse and then go Fling Close Combat. So even if somehow we switch in on... Oh, actually AP Boost wouldn't. AP Boost would be a problem. So we do have to dodge a little bit of fiction with that. But I'm still comfortable running it. And in case we need an emergency exit, we'll bring... Is Lycanroc the worst Pokemon? What's the worst Pokemon we have? No, I shouldn't do emergency exit. I should bring my Ice type to the ice fight. Walrein. You're not that good either. But you belong here. And we love you for you. Okay. Aspir for you. Let's double check. Togedemaru, worst case, takes 83 plus 30. 83, 93, 103, 113. Plus 12 is 125. So we can't do that. We can't do the Togi switch in because double max roll crit into double ice chip would KO us, and I suppose it's okay if we have a switch into random move from that guy, because if we're that low, it can't kill us before the first turn of ice. So we'd still have guaranteed Togedemaru taking a hit. And we're clicking Flare Blitz, so Blizzard Freeze isn't a problem on Arcanine. So the question is, what takes random move from Arctozolt? And the answer is Excadrill. So we just ditch our Walrein and we bring Excadrill. And that makes the Togi part just fine, because we still have a double switch in to the other guy. Okay. Items. We need Muscle Band on Hammy. We need nothing at all on Combuskin, but we'll give it an Oran Berry. We need King's Rock. Where's my stockpile of King's Rocks that I'm burning through? There you go. You need a Citrus Berry, like your life depends on it. I'm getting every bit of juice out of the Togedemaru nature that I can. I hit every range with Iron Barb's chip. And I hit every, what's the word? And we live all the double crits on the doubles fights. Combuskin is dead at full HP. And both Mons are slower, so Arctozolt has to think he's faster, and even if he's not, slower Arctozolt would still show a KO. Alright. We go in. We don't go in. We pre-burn the Greninja so that we can switch in. Switch in 3. Anybody else pre-statused? No. Last fight of the night. Okay. Flare Blitz. Detect. Oh, I forgot about the Detect Bulk Beak thing, but it still doesn't matter. Does it? Please tell me it doesn't. It does a little bit. He has a few rolls that don't KO. but he's just not going to go for those. You're going to go into the Togedemaru. Good job. No crit. Citrus. Never dead. Just taking a gem boost and a boosted bulk beak. Don't mind me. Make sure we don't evolve that thing at the end of the fight. Okay. Now we Flare Blitz a third time. Alright. Flare Blitz is the KO move. Flare Blitz is the KO move. Togedemaru clicks Fake Out. Slush Rush does not prevent Fake Out. Neither does Lumberry. I probably should have clicked Rock Slide there in case we don't kill, which would have been helpful. But it's already riskless. Arctivish can attack either slot. I think it's guaranteed Hydro from this position. Does he even have a K on Togi? He does, with exactly Hydro Pump. So this is Hydro into either slot, and Hydro crit doesn't KO Hitmonchan or Greninja. Bringing 3 water weaknesses to counter this guy, though, a little bit fraudulent. Can Hitmonlee do this? Alright, Burn plus Ice, also annoying. So we Dark Pulse. We do not, I repeat, actually, can we just King's Rock and... I think we just King's Rock and Close Combat here. That seems like the faster way to go about this. Yeah. Oh well. Dark Pulse, Fake Out. Stick to your own line. They both work, but this is riskless anyway. Huge crit. And now we'll do the old Fling plus Mach Punch combo. That way we can save a King's Rock. Look at that. Look at that. Look how much we just saved, like $5,000. Maybe I could spend that money on the memory to not do these fights with the calc screen up. Alright, and I regret to inform you that this is probably it for today. I have Shelly cooked, but I really don't think now is the time. We got through a pretty terrifying set of fights. We got Mega Beedrill online early, in riskless fashion, I might add. We didn't get boomed on by Ferrothorn or Exeggutor. We had the most boring Porygon Z line you've ever seen. And we're good. Next time out, please come and see our good friend Tentacruel counter another electric type. Thanks for being here. Let's see if I got somebody to raid out to. Scork's live. We can do that. Peace out, friends.